get them from behind. Okay. Why? Because I couldn't stand the force. But I could get them from behind. So he went from behind and he tried to attack the children of Israel. Now that was the only nation that had the audacity to attack Israel.
Yes.
The Jewish people miraculously defeated Amalek in a one-day war. This battle was significant because it showed the true nature of the Amalekites. God had just performed a miracle after a miracle, from the 10 plagues to the splitting of the sea, and not a single nation dared to attack Israel except Amalek. Lest one believe that Amalek was courageous, it should be noted that they did not risk a frontal attack. It was an attack from the rear. All right, so now I want to read something to you. All right, talking about Exodus 17, 8 through 16. Here we learn that Amalek attacked Israel from the rear, slaughtering the weakest members of the community first. In addition, we told that Amalek acted with such cruelty because he did not fear God. After the Exodus, mankind as a whole has taken one great step further and acknowledged the sovereignty of God's justice and truth. But then came Amalek, and unstrained by the dread and the awe that kept all the nations of the world in check, showed the way for others what was there to fear. That the people who gone from a land of Egypt, now they were wandering in the wilderness and weary and struggling. Why should they not be attacked? This was the way of the world. Yes, this is surely the way of the world. To bully the weak, to terrorize the righteous, to practice cruelty, and to engage in bloodlust is the common approach of nearly all governments in the world, and prefer an approach of various religious cults that refuse to fear God. Amalek had no fear of God. Amalek has no fear of God.
Yes.
Amen. So one of the things that Amalekite, they didn't fear God. They just didn't care. The ordinance teaches that Amalek never denied the existence of God, of God's special relationship with the Jewish people. The Amalekites just didn't care. In fact, their very understanding of God's relationship with Israelites were precisely why they felt the need to attack them. Amalek clearly resented the existence of an opposing authority. Amalek saw that no other nation dared to attack the children of Israel, and the Jews had demonstrated that there could be power in peace. This went against the entire mindset of the Amalekite, who preached and practiced the ideology that might makes right. So now, the enemy, he comes seek as a roaring lion, seeking whom he may devour. But he goes after the weak. And he goes after the struggling, because he won't attack a strong person from the front.
That's right. That's right.
So he's watching you.
Yeah.
He's watching your lifestyle. He's watching you and seeing you not praying. He's watching you and seeing you not reading your Bible. He's watching you and seeing you spending more time with Beyonce than you with your Bible. He's watching. And he's going to make an attack from the rear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now, I want to talk to you, young people. I was in New York and I went to church. Well, my son wasn't there. We went to his church, and there was nothing but millennials praising God. And they had all these, the jeans they were and all that crazy stuff y'all wear. They were jamming to Jesus.
Yeah.
All dark, no lights, stage, smoke coming out of the stage. Well, that's good. That's good. That's great. That's all they do is to catch up. But it don't give you no power.
Amen.
It's just a draw to draw you in and draw you in. And God wants you to know, when you accept Christ, there's got to be a season of cleansing.
Yes, there is.
And what we want to do with God is like, God, I want to bring you into my world, but I still want to love you, but I still want to party like it's 1999. God, I still love you, but I want to do my sin. I want to still go to the club, and I still want to be with Beyonce, and I still want to be with Jay-Z, and I still want to be with DJ Khaled, and I still want to be with the world, but I still love you.
No, you don't.
And God is saying, you need to make me priority.
Yeah.
You see, there's nothing new under the sun. When I accepted Christ in my life, 1980, I love Parliament. I like Funkadelic. I like Sister Sledge. I like Rappers Delight. I like all that stuff.
Yes.
And the music was better than what y'all listening to.
Yes, it was.
It's true.
Chic.
It's true.
Love Freak. Dance, dance, dance. Yowza, yowza, yowza. I knew all the songs. Heat Wave.
Yeah. Yeah.
Party Poops.
Go ahead, Pastor.
Groove Line. Flashlight. But God said, give it up.
Give it up. Give it up. That's what he told me.
Because I need a time of separation so I can be knit with Him.
Yes.
And so what we're doing, people are getting saved, but they're not knitting with God.
That's right.
And they're still connected to the world. And there's no power flowing out to the atmosphere because you cannot defeat Amalek in a weakened state.
That's right.
So Amalek is coming.
Jesus.
Amalek is coming. He does not want you to get to the promised land. And he will attack you from the rear. Everything was going on fine, but Amalek is lurking.
Yes, sir. Jesus, help us.
So we find that in 1 Samuel, I think it is chapter 15, Saul's supposed to deal with Amalek.
Yes, he is.
Saul was supposed to deal with Amalek.
Yes, he was.
He was supposed to fulfill the prophecy in Numbers 24 and 20.
Yes, he was.
All right, let's go to 1 Samuel 15. It says, verse 1. Samuel said to Saul, the Lord sent me to anoint you king of Israel, people over Israel. Now therefore heed the voice of the words of the Lord. Thus said the Lord, I will punish Amalek for what he did to Israel.
Yes.
Now how he ambushed him.
Yeah.
See, the enemy wants to ambush you
Yes, sir.
on the way when he came from Egypt. Now go and attack Amalek and utterly destroy all that they have, and do not spare them, but kill both man and woman and infant and nursing child, ox and sheep, cattle and donkey.
Everything. Yeah.
All right, and you know, but he went out, but he didn't do what God told him to do. He spared the king Ag, and he spared the best of sheep.
Yeah.
And here come Saul. Samuel, come and talk to him. Verse 10, now the word of the Lord came to Samuel, saying, I greatly regret that I have set up Saul as king, for he has turned back from following me, and has not performed my commandments. And it grieved Samuel, and he cried out to the Lord all night. So when Samuel rose early in the morning to meet Saul, it was told Samuel, saying, Saul went to Carmel, and indeed he set up a monument for himself, and has gone around about, passed by, and gone down to Gilgal. Then Samuel went to Saul and said to him, Blessed are you of the Lord. I perform the commandment of the Lord. But Samuel said, What then is this bleating of sheep in my ears, and the lowing of ox which I hear? And Saul said, I have brought them from the Amalekites, for the people spared the best of the sheep and the oxen to sacrifice to the Lord your God, and the rest we have utterly destroyed. Then Samuel said to Saul, Be quiet, and I will tell you what the Lord said to me last night. And he said to me, Speak on. So Samuel said, When you were little in your own eyes, were you not the head of the tribe of Israel, and did not the Lord anoint you king over Israel? Now long the Lord sent you on a mission and said, Go and utterly destroy the sinners, the Amalekites, and fight against them until they are consumed. Why then did you not obey the voice of the Lord? Why did you swoop down on the sport and do evil in the sight of the Lord? And the Saul said the same, But I have obeyed the voice of the Lord, and gone on the mission on which the Lord sent me, and brought back Agag, king of Amalek, and I have utterly destroyed the Amalekites. But the people took up the plundered sheep and oxen, and best of the things which should have been utterly destroyed, to sacrifice to the Lord your God in Gilgal.
Amen.
So Samuel said, Has the Lord has great delight in burnt offering and sacrifice, as in obeying the voice of the Lord?
That's right.
Saul failed
Yes, he did.
because he was on a mission to fulfill the prophecy that was in Numbers 24.
Yes.
And he didn't complete the assignment. And he regarded the animals and it's like, oh, I can't do this, I can't. But he didn't remember, he didn't know of the history. He knew the history, but he didn't fulfill of the annihilation of And if you don't deal with the Amaleks in your life, your seed will have to deal with Amalek. And it should be a struggle all the days of your life because somebody has got to defeat Amalek.
Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. That's right. Do it.
And after a brief and futile denial by Saul, the king admitted his transgression, and Samuel ordered Agag brought to him. The prophet proceeded to kill the king of Amalek and concluded the matter. However, the damage was already done, and that one night our sage or ordinance teach that Agag had relations with a maidservant or his wife who later gave birth to a son. Thus, over 1,000 years later, the Jew was faced with a mortal danger from Haman the Agagite.
Yes.
He was a descendant of Agag.
Yes.
You have to deal
With
with Amalek. It's interesting to note that just as Haman is a direct descendant of Agag, both Mordecai and Esther are descendants of Saul. While Amalek and Israel are in opposition in how this relate to Haman, the Talmud tell us that the wording in Deuteronomy 25 and 18. Can you put up those slides? It literally means that Amalek happened upon the Jews. All right, so there it is. Can you read that, Pastor Gladden, that word there, that Hebrew word, asher, whatever that is? Can you read that? Just read the whole thing. Read the whole thing. Read the whole slide. Can you read?